Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and well, we have another custom, that is, well, not custom, actual figure I made, coming to the Etsy, and it is my Estemmenosuchus. And boy oh boy am I actually really happy with how this one came out. Only thing I dislike is that it is a bit oversized, admittedly, but otherwise, let's jump into actually looking at this figure again. It will be linked in the description on my Etsy if you'd like to pick this figure up. Definitely love this guy. Was able to get the head down pretty well, as you can see. It is called the crowned crocodile for a reason. I got like the kind of jugal spikes or whatever they are, the kind of antler looking things, and also the nose kind of horn looking thing as well. Also, I was able to give it lips, which if we open this mouth up, very bright pink. And I was able to give it all its sharp teeth, and again, pretty nice lips. And yes, it does have jaw articulation alongside neck articulation. You can move it up and down. You can actually move it pretty far down on this figure. So, yeah. That's pretty much that for the articulation. That's all it really has. But if you move on to the body, I kind of gave it like brown and gray striping. With a green base and also like a green speckled base. You know, so you see the stripes going down the body. Estemmenosuchus actually has a pretty short tail, so I didn't give it too much of a tail. 5 toes on each foot. And yeah, that's pretty much all to this Estemmenosuchus figure. I just really like this guy. And yeah. It was actually between this and Estemmenosuchus, which were the two creatures I had a pull for, like to see which of these you want me to make first for the Etsy. And I'm glad you guys picked Estemmenosuchus. Not only is it smaller, even though this one is oversized, still smaller, but also just I like this animal more. So yeah. Next, to measure it, actually flip this over. It measures in at about 8.5 inches, or maybe 8 inches. So yeah, that's the length, and the height at the top of the antler things. They're about 4 3/4, like just under 4 3/4 inches tall. Here's the next to a Mattel human figure, which you can see this is oversized. Estemmenosuchus really should be here. This is actually even oversized for the larger species, which if you didn't know, the one with all the elaborate like head ornamentation is actually the smaller species of Estemmenosuchus. No one really talks about the big one because it doesn't look as interesting. It still has head ornamentation, but it's much more reduced and way less noticeable. So yeah. That's why most people don't talk about that version. But there is a larger species. And this is even too big for the larger species. The largest species should have been maybe here. So it's only a little bit too big to be the largest species. But still, oversized nonetheless. Also, you can only just have it like, just completely grab a Mattel human figure if you wanted it to. Because it is a very large figure. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I do want to compare it to a few things. Let me actually go get those to compare it to. I only have a few comparisons. First, here's a Mattel Raptor figure, which it gets dwarfed by the Estemmenosuchus. Next, we have Jurassic World Dimetrodon, the Jurassic World Scutosaurus, and the Jurassic World Inostrancevia, which, little tease, I may be making one of these guys pretty soon. Anyways, next, you can already hear it. Here is the Wild Roar Spikelops, or Spikeclipius, I guess it is. But yeah, you can see this figure only slightly smaller than a Ceratopsian. And I know some of the Wild Roar Ceratopsians are a bit smaller. I know the Spikelops is a little bit bigger of one. So yeah, honestly, this thing is almost the same size as a Mattel Ceratopsian. That's how big this thing is. Almost have them kind of lock horns almost if you want to. Like this thing's head's almost the same size. Next, here's the next to my custom Andrewsarchus figure, which it's actually probably a bit bigger than. Like, the Andrewsarchus is a bit longer, but that's because it has a longer tail. Otherwise, the Estemmenosuchus actually is a bit bigger. So, yeah, that just shows how massively oversized this Estemmenosuchus is. Perhaps I might make some more Andrewsarchus for the Etsy. You never know. But yeah, anyways, Estemmenosuchus, again, if you're interested in this figure, I have it linked on the Etsy. I actually do have these two, which are going to be the ones actually on the Etsy. This is my copy that I will be keeping. Let me take this guy off the screen. These two right here are the ones I will be putting on the Etsy. The smaller one I will put them for a little bit of a cheaper price because it is a bit smaller. But yeah, they both have the same articulation. Can go down, can move their head up, has jaw articulation. And then the bigger one is actually about the same size as the other one. Jaw articulation, neck can move up and down. And yeah, honestly, these are just the two Estemmenosuchus figures. Again, they will be, I know I've mentioned it 1,000 times, will be available on the Etsy. Like, I want to measure the smaller one because the smaller one is actually a bit smaller than the other one. This one's only like, I want to say like 6.5 inches or 6 1/4 inches long. And in height, it is probably about like 5.5 inches tall. So yeah, still a little guy. But yeah, again, if you're interested in one of these two, or even both, I guess, if you want to, of the Estemmenosuchus, I will link this guy in the description. And yeah. In the future, I have quite a few. Ankylosaurus, which I already kind of showed in a few videos, but yeah, here's the head of Ankylosaurus. Still working on this guy. This guy might come out this month. It will come like middle of this month. Or this will come out, or this might come out like later, maybe November or even later. I have no idea when I'm releasing this guy, but I am working on Ankylosaurus. I am working on Cardiorhynchus. Here's the tiny little guy with their articulation. And a few other creatures. Won't spoil them, but yeah, I am working on a few other. One more that is 100% coming out this month, which is the one I kind of teased earlier. And then one for December. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.